basketball fans, and welcome to our senior night for the class of 2026. On behalf of the coaches and players, we want to share a quick note on each of our seniors participating this evening. We'll introduce them in number of order. First, a word about Omar Colson. Omar has been playing varsity since his sophomore year. He's been through a lot of highs and lows with us. He's developed as a good leader for the program. His basketball IQ is what really separates him from a lot of athletes. Omar is an extremely good student. We're going to miss his competitiveness next year. Also, as of Tuesday, Omar is the Ellsworth all-time leader in career assists. Passing coach next. Thank you, Omar. Secondly, Wiley Myers. Wiley is a leader by example. He's a tireless worker on the court and in the weight room. His teammates look up to his work ethic and really respect him. His consistent work ethic and practice is what separates him. We're going to miss Wiley's example next year, but he certainly left his mark on the program by showing our younger guys how to work. Thank you, Wiley. Next, Parker Peterson. Parker's an awesome man coach. It doesn't take him long to understand what we're trying to do. He does his best to get it done. He does a lot of the little things on the court that a lot of people might miss. We are really going to miss his competitive attitude. He's also like another coach on the floor. He understands what we're trying to do as much as anyone. He has certainly left his mark on his basketball program, and we can't thank him enough. Thank you, Parker. Next, we have Gavin Cross. Gavin, like his whole senior class, is a wonderful student athlete. His development from his freshman year has been remarkable to witness. He might be the most improved athlete over 4 years that I've ever seen. He's worked himself into a guy who can play multiple sports at the next level. He's also willing to help younger athletes and work at youth camps throughout his career. He has done a great job of being selfless and giving back. We're going to really miss Gavin's example. Thank you, Gavin. Next, we have George Roll. George is one of the most positive guys on the team. He's always going to pick his teammates up when they're down and encourage them. George's work ethic and the weight room is what really separates him from most athletes. His work ethic and positive attitude to be around. He's obviously a great athlete who's going to play football at the next level, but I'm really going to miss his positive attitude the most. Thank you, George. Next, we have Andrew Gerdine. Drew might be one of those more-like guys on the team. His easygoing attitude makes it fun to be around. He's extremely coachable and has improved a lot this year. He's worked his way to being a very valuable player for us. He plays off 2 feet as well as anybody in the program. We're going to miss how light he keeps things around here. Thank you, Drew. Next, Jack Stolberg. Jack's another guy who leads by example. If you're looking for a guy who's always going to do the right thing, whether someone's watching or not, it's Jack. He's also a wonderful student athlete. Of course, we wish he would be a little bit more vocal, but his leadership by example is unmatched. He's another guy who's like a coach on the floor. We're going to miss that example. Thank you, Jack. Next, Ethan Landwehr. Ethan's another guy who's shown tremendous growth as a person since his freshman year. He's really matured and has big plans for the future. He practices hard and is consistent in the weight room. He plans to join the Navy and serve his country after he graduates. I'm thankful I got to know Ethan during the time I got to coach. I'm excited to see what the future holds for Ethan. Thank you, Ethan. And last but not least, Keegan Sultan. Keegan graduated his sophomore year as a shy guy who couldn't get to string more than 2 words together. His development as an athlete and, most importantly, as a person has been fun to witness. He has developed into a very valuable player in our program, but more importantly, has grown a lot as a person. I can't wait to see what the future holds for Keegan. We're going to miss you around here, Keegan. Thank you, Keegan. Thank you guys so much for the memories that we've created together. Now let's go create some more.
Am I speaking on Monday for school?
No. Perfect. Let's get this over here. This. There we go. All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. What's going on, everybody? It is senior night here at Ellsworth High School Gymnasium. As the Ellsworth Panthers, with a good crowd here tonight, getting ready to take on the Somerset Spartans in Middle Border Conference play. The final regular season home game here for Ellsworth tonight, as they get ready to do battle. Their last game you saw we had on Tuesday night here on We Are Ellsworth, where they beat Spooner 89-44. It was kind of a tough one for Spooner, but Ellsworth got a much-needed win with a lot of people scoring, and essentially got a lot of people an opportunity to play and some of their starters an opportunity to rest. So coming into the game tonight here on We Are Ellsworth, Ellsworth comes in at 11-9 overall, with a 4-6 conference record. If you haven't watched Ellsworth a lot during the season, you know they are led kind of a balanced scoring effort here. We had our senior recognition on at the beginning of the broadcast here tonight. 9 seniors on the team and a lot of guys that contribute, including George Roll, 13.3 points per game and 6.7 rebounds per game. Jack Stoltenberg with 11.2 points per game. And Gavin Kloss at 10.6 points per game, 4.3 rebounds per game. And Omar Colson, the leading assist man for Ellsworth, with 4.3 assists per game. The last time these teams played and Ellsworth played Somerset, Ellsworth played, it was a very close first half before they pulled away in the second half and knocked off Somerset 72-52. George had 14, Jack had 13, and Gavin Kloss had 12. So the Somerset Spartans coming in tonight from the Middle Border, they are 7-12 overall. They are 1-9 in the Middle Border Conference. The last win that they had was against the Cumberland Beavers, a non-conference game, where they won by 23 points, 70-47. Somerset is led by a lot of underclassmen. As we look at their roster here tonight, there's only one senior, and that one senior does not get a huge amount of playing time, but we will see if they gets in a little bit here, because they are led by some juniors, including number 5, Kellen Donnelly, a junior guard at 6'1". He's averaging 16.8 points per game and is also Somerset's leader in rebounds and assists. 6 rebounds per game, 3.7 assists per game. Reese Anderson, a junior guard at 6'1", is averaging 15.2 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, and 2.9 assists per game. And also Nick Carafell, a 6'3" junior guard, averaging 11.5 points per game. As we look at Somerset's roster, yes, only one senior, and then all juniors and sophomores. So as we get ready here, senior night at Ellsworth High School, Panther keys to the game here tonight. Job number 1, again, just like in the game here against Spooner, get off to a good start. The defensive pressure and the offensive playmaking really overwhelms Spooner. If we can get off to a quick start against Somerset, then we can get a lot of other guys an opportunity here to play and not let them hang around. Any team at any night can beat anyone here, so Ellsworth has to be prepared. Number two, the same one we've always been talking about all season, turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. As Ellsworth has gone away a little bit from the full court pressure, they've managed to kind of knock down some of the turnovers that they've had and have done a really good job with that. Number three, of course, controlling Kellen Donnelly. How are they going to make sure to match up with him and continue to pressure him and make him work for every shot he gets? And then, of course, last but not least, one of Ellsworth's strengths, their balanced scoring. In the game against Spooner here, if you watched it on We Are Ellsworth, 14 different players scored. So a lot of opportunities and firepower here for Ellsworth, especially if they're able to knock down some shots. They didn't hit many threes in the first half against Spooner, but then came out in the second half and hit 4 or 5 in a row. So that balanced scoring will be big. As we talked about Tuesday night, when you are getting close to playoff time and there's only about a week and a half left in the season, you want to be playing your best basketball. And that's exactly what Ellsworth wants to do, string together some wins and get ready here for playoff season, which will be coming before you know it. So we are excited to bring you the game tonight. My name is Jeff Farndorf. I'm glad you're with us here this evening. It's a really nice crowd here at Ellsworth High School. The band is playing. Lots of students here, a lot of them wearing some pink fancy hats. It is senior night, so a lot of family here as well. And we also have our special guest keeping stats tonight. Sam is back with us today. So Sam wants to say hi.
Hello, guys. I'm back.
So it's going to be an exciting night here tonight. We're hoping that Ellsworth will come out here from a win and continue to get ready here. This is their last home game, regular season home game here tonight. They will be on the road for a couple games next week and then one the following week as we find out where they will end up going here in the playoffs. So make sure you get in here on the YouTube broadcast tonight. Check things out. Say hi in the chat. We have about 250 left or a little less until we have the national anthem and starting lineups. And then we will be ready here on this Friday night for basketball. So we will see you in about 2.5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, here on We Are Ellsworth. Whoa. What's going on? How about we just skip that part? Just shut it off.
At this time, we ask everybody to please rise.
Yeah.
Program, place your hand over our hearts for tonight's national anthem, sang by the VHS Vocal Jazz.
I'm gonna do both teams just 'cause I can. Yeah.
All right, the Vocal Jazz getting us ready to go here with the national anthem. So let's get the starting lineups ready to go here tonight. So Wyatt Milkey, the one senior, will be starting for Somerset.
Junior number 12, Careful. Junior number 22, Nikki.
So it will be Milkey, the one senior, along with Anderson, Donley, Carafel, and Kindy.
Senior number 0, Colson. Senior number 2, Parker Peterson. Senior number 3, Gavin Watts. Senior number 5, George Bull. And senior number 14, Jack Stoltenberg.
And the same, of course, 5 starters. Colson, Peterson, Stoltenberg, Kloss, and Roll, the 5 seniors. We are glad you're with us here on senior night at EES. Final regular season home game. Let's do it in style here with an Ellsworth win, hopefully tonight. We're glad, ready to go here. Roll at center, ready to tip with Kindy from Somerset. And we will get underway and see where the matchups lie here. Glad you're with us on We Are Ellsworth here tonight. All set and ready to go. Let's play some ball. Tip control by Ellsworth. We are underway. Somerset inside. Roll gets triple teamed. Back to Omar. Swing to Parker Peterson. Finds Kloss. Gonna reset. Stoltenberg left wing. George gets it on the left. Finds Kloss. Nice pass. Gavin Kloss will get us underway here tonight. And here comes Kellen Donnelly. Colson is going to start on him. Somerset, a lot of 5 out here to start the game. Long 3 is off the rim and no good by Carafel. And here comes Parker Peterson. Ellsworth on the push. Kloss, corner 3. That's good. Good quick start for Gavin Kloss. 5-0 Ellsworth. Stoltenberg on Milkey. Anderson gets baseline, swings to Donley, who works into the lane. The floater is good. Kellen Donley with a bucket. And Ellsworth right back on the attack. Into George. Gets a lot of attention. Back to Parker. To the lane. Jack Stoltenberg, baseline 3. That's good. Ellsworth coming out of the gates hot here tonight, and an 8-2 early lead. Somerset running a lot of 5-out, working it around the perimeter. Colson all over here on Donley. Kloss matching up here. Donley gets baseline, kicks the Caravel for a wide open 3. That is off the back of the rim here. Ellsworth out on the run. Colson finds George Roll. Tip pass to Colson, right wing, a little bit off on the 3-pointer. And Anderson with the rebound. Peterson will match up with him, Somerset's second leading scorer. Colson on Donnelly. Kindy with Roll on him. A lot of pass and back cuts here by Somerset. Anderson into trouble. Finds Kindy, and we're going to get a foul here. Let's see who the foul call is going to be on. That is going to be on Omar. So Omar's got his first foul of the game. And it looks like Kindy is going to be shooting a pair of free throws here. We're going to see a lot of 5-out here by Somerset. A lot of open lane, back cuts. First one is no good. Second shot coming here. Ellsworth out to an early 8-2 lead here.
Always a good thing.
Very good thing. Second shot is short. Gavin Kloss fighting for the rebound and cannot squeeze it, so it is going to be out on him. Somerset will have possession. Donley will inbound here as Somerset looks to get a bucket. Ellsworth, a lot of switching on the perimeter here. Anderson gets by Kloss, but then a good help by George Roll. Donley stripped, and here they come other way. Kloss looking to work on Carafel. A little bit of a wild shot, but does get his rebound. Goes up, can't finish. But that's going to be out on Somerset, so it's going to stay with Ellsworth. Good attack by Gavin Kloss on that second shot. Ellsworth ball inbounds here. Omar to throw it in. Tries to get Stoltenberg slip into the basket, and they throw it away. Ellsworth's first turnover of the game. And here comes Somerset back. Milky with Roll on him. Donley's got Colson. Milky on the curl. Nothing there. Anderson's got Stoltenberg. A spin. Milky tries to go up. Drops. Turns again. Can't hit. Kloss with the rebound, and he'll bring it back up the court here. Finds Omar. Jumps there on the screen. Parker Peterson into George. Gets triple teamed and is going to get a couple of foul shots coming here. Very clear what Somerset's going to do every time George Roll touches the ball. They are going to bring 2-3 people as they are operating at a significant size advantage or disadvantage under the basket. All right, Big George here looking to get on the scoreboard. His subs are getting ready to come in here. First one is good. George is on the board. And so, sub coming in the game here. Andrew Jardine's going to spell Jack Stoltenberg. Keegan Stalkey is at the scorer's table, waiting to check in. Somerset has brought in a sub 2. Let me see if I can find it. There it is, number 10. Cooper Gullickson is in the game here for the Spartans. Second one for George is off. Gavin Kloss working for the rebound. Can't finish. Gavin trying to get it in there. Probably a foul. Got away with. Cannot hit. Gavin's working at it. He'll get it to go. Donley's going to bring it back, though. Ellsworth matches up. Anderson gets baseline. He's cut off. Nothing there. And here comes Ellsworth on the push. Peterson to Omar on the right baseline. Cuts into George, but a dangerous pass thrown away there by Omar Colson. 2 turnovers here for Ellsworth. Milky cannot get it to go, and Jardine's got the rebound. Here comes back the other way. Oh, sloppy pass there by Andrew Jardine, and that's a 3rd turnover. And Donley will finish with the bucket. Ellsworth getting a little sloppy here with the ball, and it is a 9-4 lead. Jardine, left wing. Kloss swings to Parker Peterson, who gets a ball screen. Kicks corner to Jardine, 3 on the way. Oh, down and out. Good look by Andrew Jardine. Ellsworth started off hitting their first 3, has not hit a bucket in a few minutes now. And here comes Somerset again. Anderson gets to the lane, and he'll score. Reese Anderson with the bucket, and it is a 9-6 Ellsworth lead. Ellsworth looking to get a bucket here as they have gone cold offensively. Omar Colson running the show. Peterson inside to George Roll. Well, look, I have to be honest here, folks. We kind of know that this is going to happen, but George has got to know, too, that if he's going to go into someone, they're going to go down every time, and then they're going to fall back like that. So he's just got to know that when you go into the guy, they're going to go down. Was that a charge? No, it wasn't a charge, but got to move on and got to play. So Somerset with the ball. Donnelly along three. Off the rim, no. Follow good by number 15. That is Cash Kraft with the follow. And Somerset has closed to within one. And that's going to be a foul there on number 5, Kellen Donnelly. All right, second foul on the Spartans. Ellsworth got out to an early 8-2 lead. Somerset since then has outscored Ellsworth 8-1. Ellsworth in bad need of a bucket here. We're going to call a moving screen, it looks like, on Parker Peterson. All right, so apparently a moving screen here at Parker Peterson. So Coach Staley not real excited about that call, talking with the referee here, but ball inbounds here to Somerset. Gullickson is going to take the ball here at the point. Colson is going to match up with Kellen Donnelly. Works through the screen. There's a three that looks short. Cannot save it on the block out. Now Ellsworth's got it. And that's going to go the other way here. Foul on Somerset, number 15, Cash Kraft on the foul. So, things have cooled off here offensively. Ellsworth looking for a bucket with Colson, Peterson, Myers, Stalkey, and Jardine. Dribble handoff. Stalkey, left elbow. There's Jardine, and he'll get a deuce. Nice screen and good offensive set by Ellsworth. 11-8. Ellsworth with a three-point lead. Donnelly brings it up. There's a three on the way. That is off. Good block out by Parker Peterson, and here he comes. Subs again at the table here for Ellsworth. Peterson trying to work and lost it on the turnover. That's Ellsworth's 4th turnover. And up and just good is Kellen Donnelly. 11-10. Ellsworth's turnovers early on here have been costly. Colson to Stalkey. Colson gets the ball screen, refuses it, finds Stalkey with the nice floater. Can't go. And we're going to have another foul here apparently on Ellsworth. Let's see here. We're going to have a foul here on Wiley Myers apparently on the rebound. So subs coming in the game here for Ellsworth. It is going to be Jack Stoltenberg and Spencer Peterson coming in the game here for Ellsworth. I'm not sure, I guess I didn't quite see where that foul was, but here we go. Lots of fouls being called here on both teams early on. All right, swinging the ball here, number 34, Owen Kale in the game here for Kazel in the game here for Somerset as well. So we'll get a timeout for a shoe tie, and now ball will be in bounds here. Anderson, inbound the ball. Now we got a moving screen going the other way. Looks like here. Number 15, Cash Kraft with the moving screen. That's his second. And it looks like Somerset going to pick up with a little bit of full court pressure here. Stoltenberg gets the inbound, and they clear out. He'll bring it up the court. Ellsworth on a very big dry spell here, and now we got another foul. That is going to be on Kraft again. That is his 3rd foul here in the span of a few minutes. So buckle up here, folks. We may be here for a little while with all the fouls being called, but we'll see what happens. Ball to inbound here for Ellsworth. 11-10.
15's likely to foul out today.
Stoltenberg working the top of the key. Swings right baseline to Jardine. Somerset in a bit of a trapping zone. Finds Spencer Peterson. Great pass to Wiley Myers. Nice look by Spencer Peterson. Ellsworth 3-point lead. Nobody picking up the ball, and Anderson will shot fake and go in and score. Caught Ellsworth sleeping there on the defensive end. Here comes Ellsworth back. Jardine looking to get in the lane. Finds Spencer Peterson with number 10, Gullickson on him. Stoltenberg on the flare screen. That one is short and off the rim. Somerset with the rebound, and here they come. All right, finds Gullickson on that left baseline. Gets by. Good recovery to cut off the dribble. Donnelly with Peterson on him. Again, cut off on the baseline. There's a cutter, number 34, Owen Kazel. And Somerset, let's see here, cuts it to 13-12. And there's another turnover there on Ellsworth. That is 5 turnovers on Ellsworth in the early going. 5 turnovers. George Roll and Gavin Kloss checking back in the game here for Ellsworth. George got to be careful not to get that second foul by somebody falling down there on the ground. He's going to have to be smart. So, Ellsworth got to settle in. Yeah, I thought the score was off at first. Somerset's got a 1-point lead. They're going to run a lot of cuts. Carafel with Jardine on him. And Kindy shakes loose. And it is a 3-point Somerset lead, 16-13. All right, George is going to take it up top. Finds Jack, who gets a ball screen. Into the lane. Floater is good. Jack Stoltenberg with 5. 16-15 Somerset lead. Ellsworth not sure who's matching up with who here. Kellen Donnelly left wide open, and he misses the 3. Stoltenberg looking for the rebound. We're going to have a foul, I think, going the other way on Somerset. Is that on Kindy? Yes. Kindy there, I think, grabbing Jack Stoltenberg's arm, going for the rebound. So Ellsworth has cooled off. They hit 8 points the first 3-4 minutes, and since then, it has been pretty cold offensively here. And Stoltenberg will have Donnelly with him. Finds Gavin on the right wing. George with the spin. Looking, being patient. Kicks on the triple team. Jardine with a 3. That is off the back of the rim. Here comes Anderson. Gets away from the defender. Finds Kindy on the left wing. Ellsworth sitting in a little bit of a zone right now. A little bit of a 2-3 zone. Peterson. Kindy short corner. Finds Carafel for 3. That is no good. Good block out by Spencer Peterson and Ellsworth. Here comes George Roll. Over to Jack Stoltenberg. Long 3 coming. Nothing there. George does get the rebound back. Tries to bounce it into Jardine, who loses it. Tries to go up. Kloss, 3 on the way. No good. And here comes Somerset back. Oh, Carafel might have gotten away with a travel coming down the court there. Ellsworth gone ice cold here offensively. Anderson in the middle of the lane. Kicks back to Donnelly, who gets there, and we're going the other way. So that is going to be a foul on Kellen Donnelly, it looks like. Coach Wink not happy with that one. That one probably could have gone either way, frankly, if we're being honest. Could have gone either way. So Coach Wink not happy with that call. Let's see what Somerset's going to continue to match up man-to-man here. Omar back in the game, so Ellsworth going game starters. That's 2 fouls on Donnelly, which is a big call. Omar on the screen finds Parker Peterson for 3. That is no good. Ellsworth cooling off significantly from the outside. Ellsworth looking inside. George draws a triple team. Tries to spin. Goes up. Can't finish again. And it's going to go to Somerset. Ellsworth having a tough time finishing around the rim right now as they try to get control of this game.
I guess, Mr. Farndorf, the Bucks aren't about
It is not going down right now. Ellsworth still in that 2-3. George in the middle here. Omar with a pocket pick and then loses it. But we're going to be over and back, unfortunately, as he tried to save it. So a turnover right back to Somerset. As subs coming in the game here for Somerset, Kazel, Gullickson coming back in the game here. Somerset has taken care of the ball here so far, as Coach Staley has changed up the defense. Match up against that 5-out and basket cut offense here from Somerset. Kazel swings here at Gullickson. Kindy back to Gullickson. Gets cut off on the baseline, almost turned over. Anderson, who's almost traveled, finds Milky. Gullickson for three. Around and out. Ellsworth can't secure the rebound despite their size advantage. And that ball is going to stay here with Somerset as George could not sustain or not hang on to the rebound. And we got a timeout here. 7:30 left to go here in the first half. Ellsworth off to the hot start, and they have cooled off since then. Somerset has outscored them 14-7 since that point in time here. It is 16-15, Somerset in the lead.
So, the ref's not calling travels with them, even though they're getting away with it.
All right, Ellsworth got off to a hot start in this one, but since then it has been kind of a slog to get things going here. And Somerset has edged their way back in front here by 1 point. They are obviously right now, you watch the game, they are triple teaming George Roll any chance they get. So Ellsworth is going to have to hit some shots from the outside or rotate that ball and attack the basket as best as they can here. So game starters, the 5 seniors coming out. They will be matching up on defense. Somerset has Milky, Kindy, Kazel, Anderson, and Gullickson. Kellen Donnelly, Somerset's leading scorer, on the bench with 2 fouls. Ellsworth looks like they are going to match up here man-to-man. And that is exactly what they're going to do. Almost a turnover, but Kazel gets it. Swings to Gullickson with Colson on him. There's Reese Anderson. Shot fake. Finds Gullickson for an easy 2. Ellsworth having a little trouble containing that penetration right now by Somerset for sure. Kloss working on Gullickson. Hands off to Parker. Finds Jack Stoltenberg. Gets into the lane. Can't find and kicks to Omar. Left baseline. That one is off and no good. They find that, though, on the rebound, and there's going to be a bucket and a foul. Gavin Kloss with the bucket and the foul. So Ellsworth helped out there getting that loose ball rebound. Gavin gets one to go. That is Somerset's 8th foul. As we said, Somerset operating at a definite size disadvantage here in this game, but it has not hurt them that much. So see if you get a 3-point play here for Gavin, and that is good. Gavin has 8 of Ellsworth's 18 here so far, and here comes Somerset. Ellsworth matching up man-to-man, trying to put some pressure, but got to be careful of those back cuts. Gullickson gets in the lane again, can't hit. Kloss pitches to Colson, and here he comes. Omar looking to try to make something happen, gets in the lane, kicks. Parker Peterson looks short, is short. Stoltenberg, though, gets the rebound, finds Kloss again, and he is fouled again. Ellsworth being able to get to a couple of loose balls here. And Gavin Kloss is going to get a pair of free throws here. Subs are going to be coming in here on the second free throw for Ellsworth. Kloss looking to get into double figures here. First shot is good. That gives him 9. Kellen Donnelly coming back in the game. Carafel coming back in the game as well for Somerset. Second shot here. Ethan Ladwig looks like he's at the scorer's table to come in here for Gavin Kloss.
Got the fans doing their little hokey-pokey over there.
Second one coming. That is good. A well-deserved rest here for Gavin Kloss. He has 10 here. And Ladwig checks in the game. And Ellsworth to match up here. Let's see if they're going to match up still in man. Ellsworth has a 19-18 lead. Donnelly is back. He's got to be careful. He's got 2 fouls as well. Somerset really moving the ball quickly from side to side. And basket cuts. Almost lost there by Milky. Ladwig on him. Roll has Basil on him. And that's going to be a travel. Yep. Second turnover of the game for Somerset. And Ellsworth looking to extend here. 20-18, I'm sorry. All right, Peterson gets the ball screen from George Roll. Omar Colson, pull up three. That is short and did not hit the rim. Omar having a tough go of it from the outside right now.
This is going to be an interesting game. Probably close.
Omar and then going to have to get the ball to the basket here a little bit more and see if they can find something to go from there. It has been a cold shooting start here from Ellsworth from the three-point line. Here comes Somerset looking to tie or take the lead. Anderson's going to work on Parker Peterson. They find Donley, who gets picked up on the switch. Ladwig's got Milky, gets baseline, but good job cutting off the drive. Carafel gets cut off by George Roll. Donley spins, good help by Ellsworth. Carafel gets the ball tipped. There's a turnover, and Omar Colson will go in for an easy bucket. Donley did not want to commit the third foul there, and Omar is on the board. A 4-point Ellsworth lead as they look to crank up that pressure here out on the perimeter. Milky with Ladwig on him. Swings the Basil. I'm sorry, folks, of Somerset. That's Kazel, not Basil. Kellen Donnelly with the bucket. And it is a 22-20 lead. Colson gets by. Kicks to Jack Stoltenberg. Parker Peterson on the left wing. Finds, another turnover there. Not sure if that one was looking to go in the middle or where it was going, but Milky gets the bucket. Right now, the big story here in this one is the turnovers by Ellsworth, which is costing them buckets here on the other end. That is 6 turnovers. Roll's going to go to work inside. Triple teamed. Kicks to Stoltenberg for 3 off the back of the rim. And here comes Somerset. Milky finds Donley, gets to the lane, and it looks like we're going to have a block here on Ethan Ladwig. Thought at first he might have had an extra step in there, but we're going to get a foul on Ladwig, the senior. All right, so free throws coming here for Kellen Donnelly. Somerset's leading scorer here on the year. First one is around and out. And subs coming in the game here, Jardine, Spencer Peterson, Keegan Stalkey. Coming in the game here for Ellsworth. They will stay with Stoltenberg and Omar Colson.
Mr. Farmer, do you think this is going to be a close game?
It's been close so far. Let's zone. Hard to say, though.
Do you think one or more people on Somerset will get a foul out?
Hard to say. Donnelly's got the free throw. Somerset up 1. And Somerset going into a little bit of a 3/4 1-3-1 here. As Stoltenberg kicks to Jardine, gets baseline and is cut off, double teamed, and turns it over. That is 7 turnovers for Ellsworth, as the turnovers have reared their ugly head. And a back cut by Gullickson, a timeout for Coach Staley, as Jack Stoltenberg kind of got caught ball watching there on that one. And Somerset has a 3-point lead, 25-22. Coach Staley with the timeout. Right now, the big story here so far in this game is a couple things. Number one is the turnovers. Ellsworth unofficially with 7 turnovers here in the game. And number 2, the lack of perimeter shooting out here for Ellsworth. Somerset will continue to sag in under the basket if Ellsworth is not going to be able to knock down some shots here from the outside. So, Coach Wink put in the 1-3-1, forced the turnover, and right now Ellsworth's having trouble containing these guards here for Somerset. And they're going to have to do a better job of keeping people in front and not falling victim to those backdoor cuts.
Well, we've been shooting threes trying to get ahead, but that's not working for us, so we need to go more to the basket.
Might need to at this point. All right, Ellsworth in desperate need here of a bucket. Somerset's expanded to a 3-point lead here. Stalky finds Omar top of the key, kicks to Jack on the right wing, gets in the lane, nothing there. Now resets, goes up strong, and gets the roll. Good take by Jack Stoltenberg. He has 7. Somerset by 1. Ball swung to Reese Anderson. Oh, don't want to leave him open. There's a 3. Boy, Donnelly knocks down a 3, and it is a 4-point Somerset lead. I'm sure Coach says like that cannot happen. Stoltenberg, that is going to be a turnover and a travel. We have not seen these types of turnovers and things from Ellsworth here in many games. So they need to right the ship here and get things going. That is another turnover, 8 turnovers for Ellsworth. And here comes Somerset. Kloss back in the game. Spencer Peterson and Stalky. There's a turnover. Spencer Peterson with an easy one. Nice job by the junior. Ellsworth certainly can take solace here. I mean, despite some of their struggles, they are only down 2 to Somerset here. So they have to feel good. Donnelly working on Colson. Another back cut. That ball is blocked, though, by Stalky. And it is going to stay with Somerset. Ellsworth is pressuring out there, and they have got to be prepared for those back cuts that Somerset is using here. Donnelly to inbound. 2-point Somerset lead. Finds Milky with Peterson on him. Gullickson's got Kloss on him. Forces in the lane, gets a floater, can't go. Stalky the rebound, and he got it taken right out of his hands. Can't make it, and there's a follow. Again, a turnover by Ellsworth, and just not what we need. Kloss hits a 3. Gavin Kloss keeping things right where they need to be. All right, Somerset working the ball around here. They've done a good job swinging the ball side to side with this 5-out offense. Ellsworth has got to make sure to open up and cut off against those backdoor cuts. Stalky's got Donnelly on him, gets cut off. And there's going to be a foul. Foul going to be on Keegan Stalky, and Kindy is going to go to the free throw line. Somerset is really playing well off of each other here. 30-29 Somerset lead.
1 point behind by Ellsworth. We don't know who will come back, people.
First one for Kindy is no good. Somerset has struggled here so far from the free throw line. George Roll coming back in the game. He will spell Stalky. Second one coming here for the junior forward. And that one is short. Spencer Peterson's got the rebound, and he's out on the run. He's going to slow down, throw it in George. Up and under, probably got fouled. Yeah, I was about to say, certainly looked like a foul. So George is going to go to the free throw line here. Kindy's got a foul, so that's 10 fouls on Somerset here. George 1 of 2 from the line here so far. Has not been able to knock one in the basket. First one looks long and is long. So George 1 for 3 so far. All right, second one for the senior here to tie the game at 30. That one is also off, but Jack Stoltenberg's got the rebound. Spencer Peterson wide open for 3. That's good. Spencer Peterson's got 5. Ellsworth up 2. Almost thrown away, but here comes Donnelly. Jump stop. And here comes Ellsworth back. Peterson kicks to George Roll. Up, and he is going to get back to the free throw line again. George is 1 of 4 from the free throw line. He's going to get a pair of free throws here. That foul is on Wyatt Milky. See if George can find that shooting stroke back here and give Ellsworth a 4-point lead. That one is good. George with his 2nd point of the game. Ellsworth open up a 3-point lead here. Second one coming. That one is around and down. George is 3 out of 7, 3 out of 6 from the line. Somerset now down 4. Ellsworth looking to get a stop here. Kazel is spinning and gets called for a travel. Coach Wink looking for a foul there, but did not get one. That is unofficially Somerset's 5th foul. Excuse me, 5th turnover of the game. I think Coach Wink was looking for a little body under there, but if they're going to do that, there would be that on all shots. Kloss has got himself a 3. Timeout, Somerset. Coach Wink not happy about that one there.
Well, Mr. Farndorf, this is turning around on Ellsworth here. But
We're hoping.
But we don't know what's going to happen in the second quarter.
Yeah.
They could be slashing half court.
Coach Wink obviously very upset with a couple things going on here on the court. He thought there probably was a foul down on this end. Could have possibly been one, but if they're going to call one of those fouls, they probably need to call a lot of the other ones down there too. So far we've got a 37-30 lead. Gavin Kloss has had a monster first half. He has 16 points in the first half here for Ellsworth and has knocked down 3 3-pointers. And Ellsworth, who was down 30-28, is now on a 9-0 run and has taken a 7-point lead here on Somerset. Now they need to dig in, get themselves a stop, and see if they can continue on this roll here. Somerset will inbound the ball here. They've got Gullickson, Anderson, Kazel, Kellen Donnelly, and number 12, which is Nick Carafel. Ball inbounds here to Gullickson, and here comes Somerset. 1:08 left to go here in the first half. So Omar is going to match up with Donnelly. Again, very impressed with Somerset's ball movement, but Ellsworth forced that turnover when one guy cut, and then they threw the pass. So Ellsworth looking to see if they can build on this lead here with under a minute to go. Be careful here not to get sloppy. Both teams with a lot of turnovers here in the first half. So Donnelly's going to match up with Omar Colson. Rubs off that screen by Roll. Parker Peterson in the left wing. Bounce pass to George. Looking to go quick. Peterson will take a 3. That one did not hit the rim. Great save by Gavin Kloss. But then there is a turnover on Ellsworth. Carafel stripped. Nice strip there by Omar. So that one will go as a turnover on Ellsworth. So we unofficially have them with 10 here in the first half.
Yeah, but that was a good turnover.
Good strip there by Omar to save a bucket. 34.6, looking inbound, having trouble. Finally gets it into Kindy. Good basket cut by Carafel. Finds Gullickson for 3. That is good. Coach Staley looking for a travel, did not get it. And so it is 37-33, Ellsworth to play for the last shot. George kicks the Kloss, 3. Nope. George Roll's got the rebound though. Splits the double team. Finds Omar, back to George. Shot at the buzzer is not gonna go, and that's where we'll be at the half. So at the half, we have Somerset Ellsworth up by 4, 37-33. We'll be back here in a few minutes with stats at the half here on We Are Ellsworth.
You want me to add up both of them? 4, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130,
Final Middle Border Conference home game of the year here for Ellsworth. Final home game in the regular season. They're up 37-33 at the half against Somerset. Leading the way here in the first half, Gavin Kloss had a huge first half for Ellsworth with 16 points. Jack Stoltenberg chipped in 7. Spencer Peterson had 5 off the bench. George Roll had 3 free throws. No baskets, but 3 free throws. Omar Colson, Wiley Myers, and Andrew Jardine also with a bucket here for Ellsworth. Ellsworth shot 6 of 9 from the free throw line in the first half. But turnover-wise was a big crusher there for Ellsworth with unofficially 10 turnovers, which ended up to giving Somerset some free runouts for buckets. For Somerset in the first half, Wyatt Milkey we had with 4 points, Reese Anderson with 4. Kellen Donnelly, Somerset's leading scorer, had 12 points in the first half. Cooper Gullickson, who came off the bench, had 7. Cash Kraft had 2. Logan Kindy had 2. And Owen Kazel had 2. Somerset did not shoot well from the free throw line in the first half. They were, it looks like, 1 for 6 from the free throw line in the first half. And we unofficially had them with 6 turnovers. So Ellsworth got off to a hot start, then cooled off here in this one. So they're going to need to reestablish themselves here, find a way to get George Roll some easy buckets, and then cut off that penetration and backdoor cuts that Somerset is really using to their advantage here, so that Ellsworth can finish off the second half on a very strong and positive note as we get ready for ball here. It will be Somerset ball to start second half, as both teams are going to send out their game starters. Kindy, Carafel, Anderson, Milkey, and Donnelly, Colson, Stoltenberg, Roll, Peterson, and Kloss for the Panthers. Sam and I are ready to go here to start the second half. 37-33. Let's play some hoops. Here we go. Ball in bounds, and let's get started. Donnelly will dribble handoff to Reese Anderson. Gets a ball screen, and it's picked up by George Roll. Ellsworth really conscious of those backdoor cuts. Carafel, Anderson, Donnelly. Again, Somerset really moves the ball well from left to right. Really moves the ball well here. Good ball rotation and makes the defense move. Donnelly on the right wing gets picked up on the switch. Carafel will take the long 3. That's long, and Colson's got the rebound. Ellsworth looking to run, push the pace here a little bit. Finds Big George on the left wing. He's going to reset here, so Ellsworth can get themselves a bucket. And, almost a throwaway. But Omar will dump it inside, and there is a throwaway and a cheap one on George Roll. Sloppy play there again by Ellsworth, and that's going to be their first turnover and George's second, so now he's got to be careful. He picks up a third here early on. He's going to have to sit for a while. Coach Staley a little bit beside himself on that play. Here they come. Somerset again going to move that ball side to side. A lot of passes and cuts. Donnelly's got Colson on him, takes the 3 and hits it. 37-36. Ellsworth's going to come right back, and again almost tipped. But they do recover. Back to Omar. Gavin Kloss on the right wing. That's good. Have a game, Gavin Kloss. He's got 19, and Ellsworth is up 4 now. Ellsworth has got to find Kellen Donnelly and not let him just take open looks. Penetrates on Colson, loses it. There's a turnover. George's got to be careful here on this one. You had to see that one coming. You had to see that one coming there. And that is George's 3rd foul here. You had to see that one coming as soon as that one was going to drive. So, Coach Staley sticking with George here, which is a gamble for sure. He's going to have to watch himself. Anderson gets baseline, spins, gets cut off, gets stripped, and it's going to stay with Somerset. Ball in bounds. Ball gets back in bounds. Carafel has it. He's going to swing it to Kindy. Stoltenberg's on the baseline with Reese Anderson. Gets baseline, but is cut off. And it is off of Somerset, and it is going to Ellsworth. So Ellsworth ball. Turnover on Somerset. And Ellsworth looking to extend this lead here. Ever since they had an early lead, it has been tight the whole way. Finds George on the elbow. Kicks to Omar. Swings to Parker Peterson, 3 on the way. That looked off from his hand, but boy, there's Gavin Kloss again. Cannot finish, though. He is really Johnny on the spot here. Donnelly trying to work, loses the dribble. Finds Carafel. Anderson will take the 3. That is short. And Kindy. Oh. That is going to be George Roll's 4th foul. Well, I tell you, Kindy has certainly done one thing. I will have to give him credit, right? But hey, you keep trying it if it works, right? Fall down, do whatever. It definitely works, then hey, keep at it, I guess. All right, George Roll, we're not going to see for a long time here. He has picked up 3 fouls. He has picked up 3 fouls in the span of about 2 minutes. And he is going to sit. A frustrating game here for George, for sure. All right, Ellsworth with the ball. So they're going to be minus George for a lengthy period of time here. Stalky in the game. Omar looking to get aggressive. Can't finish. Does not get a foul call. And here comes Summer. Oh, Donnelly might have got away with a carry there. On the right wing, Gullickson has it. Stoltenberg on him. Ball swung. Donnelly with Parker Peterson. There's a basket cut and another strip. But ball apparently looked like it might have gone off of Somerset's leg, but it is going to stay with the Spartans as Donnelly to inbound. Ball in bounds to Anderson. Donnelly left alone. Can't hit the 3 though. And it is going to stay there with Somerset as Stalky could not squeeze the rebound. Kindy giving him a little trouble on the box out. Spencer Peterson in the game. Ellsworth's got to be aware where Kellen Donnelly is for sure. Ball inbounds. Having trouble finding anybody. There's Kindy at the top of the key. All right, ball on the right wing. Kloss on Anderson. Anderson looking to get there. Basket cut. That one's going to be on Omar Colson. Coach Staley not happy there with that call. So it is 4 fouls on Ellsworth here in 3.5 minutes. Ball in bounds. Gullickson with Gloss on him. Picks up his dribble. Back cut, and there's a turnover. Peterson on the push. Spreads out to Omar. Gets in the lane. Stalky to Stoltenberg. Back to Gavin. So, another turnover there on Ellsworth. It looked like ball might have been hit or someone hit his arm, and he turned the ball over. So here comes Somerset. Ellsworth's going to have to get through some of the frustration here of not getting some of the calls. It is going to be off of Ellsworth on that drive by Gullickson, and it is going to stay here. You can see some of the frustration here from Ellsworth on a couple of plays. They're going to have to rein it in. They still lead by 4. Gullickson swings the ball side to side. Anderson will take the 3, will not hit. Ball is saved, and here comes Omar on the push. He is going to go up, can't score. And Kindy's got another rebound. Here comes Donnelly the other way. And the ball is stripped by Colson. Loose ball. And it's going to be an jump ball. Okay. I was going to know if we were going to get the timeout there. So it is going to be Ellsworth ball on the jump. As Donnelly looked like he got stripped by someone. Both teams starting to get a little frustrated here with the lack of, I guess they feel, calls coming their way. Both teams probably have some gripes. Kloss will take the long 3. My goodness. Gavin Kloss is on a heater tonight. Ellsworth up 7. Good for him. Anderson to Gullickson. Ball swung to Donnelly. Gets picked up on the switch. And bucket no good. But Anderson can't get the rebound to go in. Peterson over to Jack Stoltenberg. Into the lane. Now things are getting a little bit chippy. Things are getting a little chippy here on both ends and a little physical. So we'll see if the referees can get this in control here a little bit. Subs coming in for both teams. Andrew Jardine coming in. Well, to admit, George has got those fouls. Never seen guy get 3 fouls in about 2 minutes. Spencer Peterson hits a 3. Ellsworth opens up a 10-point lead here. Spencer Peterson with 8 points off the bench here. Nice drive by Gullickson, can't finish. Somerset beats Ellsworth to the rebound again. Yeah, Keegan Stolke, that is a foul. That is definitely a foul. If he just would have went straight up instead of coming down, then he would not have gotten called for the foul. So Anderson is going to get the free throws here. That's 5 fouls on Ellsworth, none on Somerset so far. Anderson's free throws. First is no good. Jacob Michaels is going to check in the game, give Spencer Peterson a blow. The junior guard coming in the game here for Ellsworth. Like I said, they're going to have to carry some heavy minutes here without George Roll. Second one is around and in. And it is a 9-point Ellsworth lead. Ball in bounds here. Here comes Ellsworth. Somerset still in man. As they are in their base offense, Kloss has to be respected out there now with how well he shot the ball. Colson bounced to Stolke. Throws it away. Donnelly will get the easy bucket off of the turnover. Keegan Stolke got to take care of that ball there for sure. All right, Kloss left wide open for 3. Oh my goodness, I tell you. Gavin Kloss with 25 points. He has scored 25 points. And there's a turnover on Somerset. All right.
So are you happy with the points or is that?
Ellsworth to inbound the ball here. Jardine, Michaels, Stolke, Colson, and Gavin Kloss. Kloss gets it on the right wing, going to the hot hand. He is doubled and throws it away himself. That is Ellsworth's 4th turnover here. So Coach Staley's going to send Parker Peterson back in the game. He's going to give Gavin Kloss a well-deserved breather. Gavin Kloss's offense has kept Ellsworth with a healthy lead here in this one. And Somerset turns it right back over. Somerset been a little sloppy here with the ball. All right, Peterson on the wing, finds Jacob Michaels. Jardine gets to the lane, kicks to Michaels, ball fake, swings, dangerous pass. And timeout, Coach Staley. All right, Somerset picking up a little pressure. So it is a 10-point Ellsworth lead here with about 11:22 to go here. So as we get going here in this second half, just a update here on the schedule coming up. As we know, this is Ellsworth's last home game for the regular season. They will be on the road next week. On Tuesday next week, they'll be at Baldwin Woodville to take on the Blackhawks. And on Friday next week, they will be on the road to take on the Amory Warriors, and then they will finish the season on February 26th, a Thursday night game against the Altoona Rails. And of course, Grayson Becker, who when he was here put up 44 points in an Altoona rout over Ellsworth in that game. So Ellsworth looking to redeem themselves there. Coach Yeager and the girls will be home next week, the 17th against New Richmond and the 19th against Altoona. Ellsworth to inbound, almost turned it over here. Omar to the lane. Yeah, easy bucket for Omar Colson. Ellsworth opens up one of their biggest leads of the game, 12-point lead. Somerset into the 5-out. Gullickson gets by Michaels and scores. Cooper Gullickson, good-looking sophomore here for Somerset. A lot of underclassmen. Somerset will be a team to be reckoned with for next year for sure. Somerset looking to trap. Omar looking for a three. Can't hit. Nice rebound. Keegan Stolke. Nice job by Keegan Stolke. And it is 53-41. Ellsworth with a 12-point lead. Good job by Jacob Michaels, cutting off the lane. Great help by Parker Peterson, and there's a turnover. Here comes Ellsworth on the run, and they unfortunately turn it right back over. It has turned into turnover fest here. Back the other way, Stolke to the right hand will score. And it is a 14-point lead here for Ellsworth. Ellsworth got to be careful, gambling on the perimeter. Kazel, excuse me. Number 15 there with the bucket, that is Cash Kraft. 55-43 as Ellsworth will bring it back up the court. A lot of subs getting ready to come back in the game here for Ellsworth. Jacob Michaels, right corner, is going to bring it back. Stolke, top of the key. Oh, nice move by the senior. Excellent move by Keegan Stolke. Faked the dribble handoff, went to the basket. He's going to get himself a couple free throws. That is actually Somerset's first foul of the second half. Keegan Stolke at the free throw line, looking to get a couple more. First one is money. The seniors got 5 here in the second half. Lots of subs coming in the game here. Jack Stoltenberg, Spencer Peterson, Gavin Kloss after a quick breather.
George is not back. He has his 4th foul.
Yeah, we won't be seeing George for a while unless Somerset gets this game going here. George and Coach Staley will keep him on the bench. Stolke's second one is missed off the side of the rim. He has a sub in for him at the bench, but Somerset will bring it back here, see if they get going offensively. Gullickson will take a 3. That one is short. Here's Spencer Peterson with the rebound. Off to Kloss. Spencer Peterson will dip the ball in the lane. Ball's tipped and he gets it back. And Jack Stoltenberg is going to settle things down here a little bit. A lot of shooters out here for Ellsworth. Kloss, Stoltenberg, Peterson, both Petersons. Stolke, Parker Peterson ball screen, kick to Stoltenberg. Gets in the lane again. And unfortunately another throwaway. As we said, kind of a sloppy one here for Ellsworth tonight. That is unofficially 16 turnovers. All right, so Ethan Moe's going to check in the game here for Ellsworth. Ethan plays a lot of minutes on the JV as their post player. And with George in foul trouble, giving Keegan Stolke a breather. And he is going to come in and play defense here and check in and get some minutes here for Ellsworth. Oh, almost a travel there. And they lost him on the backdoor cut, but he missed the shot. Stoltenberg. Moe gets away. Cannot score, though. Good drive by Ethan Moe. And Anderson almost lost the dribble. Game getting a little sloppy right now. And we're going to have a block here on Ethan Moe, it looks like. Coach Staley not happy about something here. Yeah, and I probably don't blame him. He's asking and saying, well, we got a grab here on both ends of the court here we'd like to see. So 6 fouls here for Ellsworth, only 1 for Somerset. As Gullickson misses the free throw here. So it will still be Moe, Kloss, Stoltenberg, Parker Peterson, and Spencer Peterson for Ellsworth. Second shot coming. That one's off the rim. But long rebound is chased down. And, oh, just not a good foul there by Spencer Peterson. And Coach Staley is not happy about that one. That's going to be 3 free throws as number 15, Cash Kraft at the line. Ellsworth could not secure the rebound. And they have got to end up just taking care of some of these things here. Somerset, though, has struggled from the free throw line.
Well, this is an interesting game, folks. Ellsworth took their chances to get their points and they took them.
Second one for Kraft is short again.
Because he got a little better and they got a thank you good, folks.
Yeah, Somerset probably thinking here they knock down a few of these free throws. This game is going to be pretty tight here again. Third one coming for Kraft. Ellsworth needs a rebound on a miss. That one he makes. He's 1 for 3. Okay, full court pressure coming here from Somerset. Peterson gets by. And let's see, that ball was tipped by Somerset here. Omar Colson getting a breather, and like we said, we don't expect to see George roll as long as the lead stays like this. Don't expect to see him for a lengthy period of time here. He has been out for about the last 7 minutes. Finds Mo underneath. Opposite kick to Stoltenberg. Jack surveys the floor. Finds Kloss. Could it be another one? Nope, not that one. Loose ball, though, and we got ourselves a foul. Coach Staley is kind of like, yes, there's a foul. A little bit of a Bronx cheer coming from the Ellsworth bench. So Kindy with the foul. That is his third. And ball inbounds. Parker Peterson to inbound. There's Mo looking to get in the lane. Kicks back to Spencer Peterson. He's going to get a ball screen from Ethan Mo, and there's going to be another bump on Kindy, and now that's his fourth. So I believe Coach Wink is going to bring Kazel back into the game here for Kindy. We're still hanging here to a 12-point lead. Ball inbounds. There's Jack Stoltenberg on the slip. Good job by Ethan Moen. Oh, my goodness. We got another foul. Boy. So that's a lot of fouls being blown here. A lot of fouls. Mo top of the key, hands to Parker Peterson. Ball screen on the top. Peterson is doubled. Finds Spencer Peterson, with Reese Anderson on him. All right, both teams get a little sloppy with the ball here. Parker settles it down, gets bumped multiple times, but no foul called. So Donnelly will take it and score. So turnover there by Ellsworth. Another turnover by Ellsworth. And another score. Somerset has cut this to an 8-point lead. So, Somerset on the scramble here. Ellsworth needs to settle things down. Spencer Peterson with the ball, finds Parker Peterson. Stoltenberg will wait and be patient. Spencer Peterson finds Mo. That is, oh, wow, oh boy, oh boy. That could have been called for a flop warning right there, but Somerset's going to get to the basket, and that ball's going to stay there. And Coach Staley looking for a flop warning. He's going to send a couple players back into the game. Omar Colson coming in the game. Keegan Stalkey coming in the game here. So Somerset on the binge of a couple of turnovers here has cut this thing to single digits and has cut it to 8. As Ellsworth has gotten sloppy with the ball. There is a 3-ball by Anderson. That's good. It is a 5-point lead as Somerset on a 7-0 run. Omar finds Jack in the corner. Finds Stolkey. Ball fake. And that is going to go to Somerset. Okay. So apparently no foul on that one, and the ball's going to go to Somerset in a 5-point game. So both teams getting a little frustrated here with the lack of some calls. Yeah. Ellsworth is going to have to keep their composure here and play defense, folks. Somerset on a run here. Anderson on the left baseline with Parker Peterson on him. Kellen Donnelly. Milky chases it back. There's And now we've got a foul here on someone. Who's the foul on? Let's see. That is going to be a call on Jack Stoltenberg. And Ellsworth getting a little bit frustrated here with that. And let's see here. Who's going to the free throw line? Kellen Donnelly is going to the free throw line here. It is a bonus free throw here. A 5-point lead for Ellsworth. First one is good. Second shot coming.
That would have been over and back, folks, but that was just a terrible call by the ref.
Second shot coming here for Donnelly. That is also good. Somerset on a 9-0 run. They have cut this, which was a 12-point lead. They have cut to 3 as Ellsworth brings it back up. Kloss finds Stoltenberg. Parker Peterson in the corner, around and out. And Somerset with a chance to tie this game. They are on a 9-0 run. Finds Gullickson, and he scores. Somerset on an 11-0 run as they have come right back into this game, and there's a turnover and a score. Somerset has come all the way back to take the lead, and Ellsworth needs a timeout. Ellsworth needs a timeout. So, Somerset has on a 13-0 lead. Excuse me, I shouldn't say a 13-0 lead, a 13-0 run. And they have taken a 1-point lead. Ellsworth, again, has gotten sloppy with the ball right after they opened up to a 12-point lead and has to take care of that ball. So, we are now down under 6 minutes to go. A game where it looked like Ellsworth was getting themselves in control. They have now lost control of this one, as Somerset has amped up the pressure, and that combined with Ellsworth obviously showing a little bit of frustration here has caused Somerset to take a 1-point lead. Somerset currently on a 13-0 run here, as Ellsworth has not been able to find themselves a bucket. Coach Staley getting everyone settled down. Despite that 13-0 run, like we said, Somerset only with a 1-point lead. And Ellsworth will inbound the ball with the pressure still on here for Somerset. Stalky, Andrew Jardine, Kloss, Stoltenberg, and Omar Colson. And this is where the seniors will take care of the ball here. Jack and Omar playing catch. Cross kick to Jardine, who'll take the 3. That's good. Andrew Jardine breaks the 13-0 run, and Ellsworth back up 2. Donnelly with the ball, finds Gullickson. Anderson gets by and scores easily. We're back to tied, 59-59. Pressure still on, and now Somerset's going to drop back here into man. Ellsworth's got to take care of that ball. Stoltenberg into the lane. Shot fake, leans in, goes left hand and scores. Jack Stoltenberg with a sweet-looking shot. Gullickson ends up scoring on the way back. Ellsworth did not get back. And George is going to get off the bench, and here he comes. All right, and Kindy is coming back in here too. George has got to be careful when he comes back in the game. They know. All right, Stalky finds Omar for 3. That's good. Omar gets one to go. Teams trading buckets here. Now Ellsworth needs a stop. Ellsworth needs a stop. Kloss, Swines, Gullickson. Stoltenberg on Milky. Donnelly with Colson on him. Gullickson for a 3. That looks off. It is off. Ellsworth out on the run. And Jack's going to bring it out of that double team. Gets there, kicks. Omar for 3. That's good. Omar Colson knocks down another three. Ellsworth back up 6. There's a turnover. And a throwdown. Gavin Kloss. Ellsworth now up 9 on that turnover. Anderson cannot hit. And we're going to call a foul here apparently on Ellsworth. All right, so a turnover here on Ellsworth. Excuse me. All right, so that will be to get things set. The turnover on Somerset. And Ellsworth now on a run of their own here. George Roll is going to enter the game.
Folks, this is the best basketball game I ever seen, and I can't lie. This is crazy.
All right, so Kellen Donnelly at the line to shoot some free throws. And first one is good. And it is an 8-point Ellsworth lead. Now, George is in the game. He's got to be careful because, we know any type of contact there, somebody likely to go down. He's just got to be careful. Go straight up, be smart, take care of himself. Here we go. Colson brings the ball up, gets a screen from Roll. George does not have a bucket in this game, but Ellsworth up 7. Stoltenberg finds George on the right wing. He's got Kindy on him. He's going to go back on the handoff to Jack. Gets in the lane and pulls back. Got a mismatch. Jack's going to take the 3, though. That is no good. Somerset with a chance to cut into the lead. Here comes Donnelly. Picks up his dribble. Kindy on the right baseline. George giving him the 3-pointer. Swings to Donnelly. Pocket picked. Colson with the steal. And that is going to knock down a bucket for Omar Colson. And back the other way, Gullickson gets a basket. Number 10 gets a basket for Somerset. So after all that back and forth here, after the quick push, it is a 7-point lead for Ellsworth, 72-65, as we are down to under 3 minutes to go here in this one. So just a reminder again about the schedule coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't had many breaks in this game, but the girls and Coach Yeager, who had a tough loss here against Amory, they will have a couple home games next week, on the 17th against New Richmond and the 19th against Altoona. I do not know if we will have either one of those games on We Are Ellsworth. I am unavailable to be able to do those. So good luck to Coach Yeager and the girls if we do not get an opportunity to broadcast those. The boys are at Baldwin-Woodville. They're at Amory next week. At Baldwin-Woodville on the 17th, at Amory on the 20th. And then they are at Altoona for the final game of the season on the 26th. We will keep an eye on playoff seedings. If there is a home playoff game, either for the girls or for the boys, then we will hope to have that game here on We Are Ellsworth. So even though tonight is the last home game, regular season home game for Ellsworth, keep an eye out on the We Are Ellsworth Facebook page and also for the Ellsworth School District schedule to then see whether the game will be broadcast on We Are Ellsworth and whether or not Ellsworth has a home game coming up. All right, we're back here. Jardine in with the 4 starters. Somerset's going to pick up full court. So Kloss sprints back to get the ball, finds Jack Stoltenberg, draws a double, kicks to Omar in the middle, finds Kloss to Jardine, and that shot is blocked, but it's going to come back to Jack, and he's going to reset. Ellsworth just, oh, look out. Yep. That is going to be a foul on Reese Anderson. So Ellsworth's number 1 job here is they need to take care of the ball, come to the pass, take care of the ball, and make sure that they do not give up a live ball turnover here for an easy bucket. George hands off to Omar with Donnelly on him. Donnelly trying to pressure. Omar will bring it back. Draws a double, and there's the throwaway. Anderson gets the ball, and he scores. There's the throwaway. And what do we got here? Okay, so we have a delay of game warning here apparently on Kellen Donnelly, as he needs to get his hands off the ball there. 4-point 4-point Ellsworth lead. And that ball's going to stay with Ellsworth. Ellsworth trying to run long there on that one. And it'll be underneath. Yeah, biggest bugaboo here tonight is unofficially we have Ellsworth with 20 turnovers in the game. And that has kept Somerset in many cases in the game here. So Ellsworth needing a bucket here with under 2 minutes to go. There's George, and he is going to get fouled and go to the free throw line. George does not have a bucket in today's game, but he does have 6 free throw attempts. So George Roll with a couple free throw attempts here. It is 1:44 to go. 4-point lead for Ellsworth as Parker Peterson getting ready to check back in at the scorer's table. First one for George is good. George has got to be careful on the defensive end here with 4 fouls, of course. Second shot coming here for George. He has 4 points in the game. But again, Ellsworth, a lot of balance in this one here. A lot of guys that have contributed. Second one for the big man is good. Ellsworth back to a 6-point lead. Here comes Somerset on the push. Ellsworth needs a stop and a rebound here as they swing that ball side to side. There is Anderson, gets in the lane and scores again. He has been all over the lane here. Ball in the claws, finds Parker Peterson. To George Roll. Almost threw it away. And timeout Coach Staley. So, 1:20 left to go here in this one as Ellsworth takes a timeout. It is a 4-point Ellsworth lead. So Ellsworth's job here, they've got the ball, they've got the lead. Job number 1 is get the ball in bounds. And once they get the ball in bounds, avoid the trap and the double team that is going to be coming here for Somerset. And then once Somerset fouls, they're going to have to knock down free throws. It is a 4-point lead as Ellsworth went on a run here to take this lead back after Somerset went on a 13-0 run of their own. It has been a game of swings back and forth here in this one. So we're getting down to about under 2 minutes to go. Big shout out to our guy Sam here. He's working on the stats for Somerset and Ellsworth. We'll have those stats for you when the game is over tonight. Hopefully with an Ellsworth win.
Well, to my knowledge, they need to be splashing some half-court threes and stealing over again.
All right.
And my case ain't likely.
All right, so ball's going to be inbound here almost by the half-court scorer's table. And like we said, Ellsworth's job number 1 is they need to take care of the ball. Simple as that. Somerset's turned it over a number of times in the second half, but we're going to get a foul call here without the ball being inbounded. I think they got Kellen Donnelly for grabbing, is that Parker Peterson's jersey? Probably not the thing you want to do when the referee's watching, but that is going to be a foul. So Parker Peterson, bonus free throw coming here. Carafel coming in the game for Somerset. All right, Parker Peterson at the free throw line here, ready to shoot some free throws for Ellsworth. First shot coming here for the senior. He has not scored in this game. Now he has. First free throw is good. Second shot coming for Parker. Ellsworth back to a 5-point lead. 1:20 to go. Second shot for the senior, nothing but net. Parker Peterson with a couple free throws. Ellsworth back to a 6-point lead. Somerset with the ball. And here comes Donnelly. Carafel snakes loose for a 3, but cannot hit. Stoltenberg's got the rebound and is fouled. So, big rebound here, and Jack Stoltenberg is going to get an opportunity to knock down a free throw. Jack has 9 points here tonight on the game. Looking to expand this lead here and hopefully hang on for a W. First one coming here for Jack. That is off and around. George, though, gets the rebound, and he's going to be fouled. So George Roll with the rebound. He'll shoot a bonus free throw. So Cash Craft is going to be called here for the foul. George Roll here with a chance to open Ellsworth's lead here a little bit. First one is good. George, all free throws here today. He's got 6. Second shot coming here for the senior. Second one is around and out. Hot potato, but Somerset's got the rebound. And here they come. 7-point Ellsworth lead. Anderson to the basket, gets a layup. And Coach Wink wants his timeout. So he's going to take a 30. A 5-point lead here for Somerset, 52.9 still to go here in the ball game. About what?
What I'm going to predict is going to happen.
Well, Sam is very excited. He thinks he's got a prediction here a little bit about what might end up happening in this one. Sam, what do you think is going to happen?
Probably one of Somerset people is going to foul us. We're going to shoot our 2, and they're going to get mad and then keep fouling us, and then we're going to get out with the win.
Let's hope it's going to be as easy as that, right? Job number 1, got to get the ball in against the press. We know it's coming. So come to the ball, get it in against the press, and then make your free throws.
Yep.
All right, Ellsworth's got everybody up. Somerset playing about a 2-2-1 trap here. In the Kloss. He was fouled once, not called. Omar, back to Gavin. George in the middle, finds Jack. He's going to try to back it out. Gets out of the corner, finds George, and there's the bucket. Kind of looked like Somerset was trying to foul a number of times there, and nothing was called. All right, Gullickson takes the 3. Nothing there. Donnelly, no. Spins, loose ball, and I think we're going to have a jump. Is that correct? Yes. Somerset's going to stay with the possession. 21.6 still to go here in this one.
Well, folks, we are going out with the win.
Let's see here. Looks like we got a wet spot on the floor here. They want a towel. Make sure that that gets wiped off.
Where's the win spot?
Gavin, he's done everything else in this one tonight, so why not, right? We've got him here tonight with 27 points in this game. Just an awesome game here for the senior. He has worked his tail off this year, become a valuable player here for this team. All right, 78-71. Don't want to give up a 3 ball here. Oh, wow. Yep, we got a moving screen there on Kindy. That one was, I think, pretty obvious. So that is going to be the 5th on Mr. Kindy on the foul, and Ellsworth's going to have to inbound it.
My prediction was right.
All right, ball inbounds here. Colson inbounds. Everybody up for Somerset. Stoltenberg the inbound, finds Kloss, finds George. He's going to wait. Somerset's trying to foul him, and finally does. Let's see who the foul is here. I believe it is on number 15, Cash Craft. Yep. So George is going to go to the free throw line here. That is the 5th on Craft.
My prediction was right.
George is going to get 2 free throws. It's the double bonus, as Ellsworth looks like they're going to hang on here with this one if they can make it here these last 12.9. First shot for George is good. A good night at the free throw line here in the second half. Second shot coming. George rolling double figures, looking to get there. That one's off the back of the rim. And here comes Anderson to Carafel. Long 3. Oh, he banks it in. And Coach Wink is going to use his last timeout. Number 12, Carafel with a bank shot for a 3. And so Coach Wink, I'm sure, going to put some people into press and foul here. So we're getting down here to the end of the game. If Ellsworth can hang on after that 3 ball by Carafel, we got to get the shout-outs in here tonight, as this possibly could be our final game of the year, depending on whether or not the Ellsworth boys or girls have a home playoff game. So shout out to our man Bob Rombach, our founder of the We Are Network. I'm sure he's been busy broadcasting some Grantsburg games. Shout out as well to my mom and dad, who have been busy listening to the game. Hope they're doing well. Of course, big shout out to Sam, as he's here helping us out with the stats. And shout out, of course, to all the EES teachers and students, as we've been working hard and have a couple weeks before we go to spring break. So we'll have final thoughts and stats at the end of the game here for you.
Oh, come on!
As
Back like this.
Jack Stoltenberg is going to get himself a couple of free throws after the foul here by Milky.
Just holding the nap.
And Ellsworth's going to just keep things back. So Jack Stoltenberg has 9 points here in this one. He's going to get a couple of free throws. First shot here for Jack is nothing but net. So Ellsworth is going to look like they are going to pick up their 12th win of the season. And we'll go to 5-6 in the conference here, as this was a game with some crazy swings. Went back and forth here for sure. Second one coming for Stoltenberg. And that one for the senior is also good. Jack with 11. And Somerset will inbound. Ellsworth's just going to let him go. There's a shot for a 3. And he banks it in, number 22. So the final score here today is going to be the Ellsworth Panthers 81, the Somerset Spartans 77. We will be back here with the statistics on We Are Ellsworth and some final thoughts before we wrap things up tonight. Stay tuned.
Can I have the stats back?
Make sure I see which player had which number of points so we can get that there. All right, so as we're tallying up the stats here for the end of the game, the Ellsworth Panthers get a win against the Somerset Spartans, 81-77. They move to 12-9 overall on the season with a 5-6 now conference record. We'll start with the Ellsworth stats for the winners here tonight in trademark balance for Ellsworth. As we go down the list here, we're just going in numerical order, not by leading scorer. Omar Colson had 12, including a couple big threes in the second half. Wiley Myers had 2. Parker Peterson had 2. Gavin Kloss, player of the game tonight, 27 points, including 5 three-pointers tonight. George Roll, who was in foul trouble in the second half, was able to contribute 9 points still, including 6 in the second half. Spencer Peterson knocked in 8 points off the bench. Andrew Jardine had 5, including a big three-pointer when Somerset came back to tie the game. Jack Stoltenberg had 11 points, and Keegan Stalkey had 5. So 3 players for Ellsworth again in double figures. Free throw shooting here tonight. Ellsworth, we had them 15 for 22 from the free throw line. Probably the only bugaboo and kind of negative on the game tonight was the 20 turnovers that Ellsworth committed. I'm sure they'll get back to work on that. So for Somerset tonight, who is a tough team they're going to have to deal with here with a lot of junior ball players, we're getting the stats totaled up. So when we're totaling up the Somerset stats, just a reminder about a few things that will be coming up here as our man Sam is taking care of the stats. On the schedule coming up here, the Ellsworth boys will be at Baldwin Woodville and at Amory next week on February 17th and February 20th. And then they'll finish the regular season against the Altoona Railroaders on February 26th. All right, so we've got the statistics here tonight. For Somerset, it looks like we've got Wyatt Milkey chipped in with 4 points. Reese Anderson had 18, including a pretty huge second half. Kellen Donnelly, who, by the way, shout out, son of former Ellsworth High School graduates Eric Donnelly and Shannon Donnelly. Kellen Donnelly had, let's see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 16, 17. He had a big night, too, with 18. Cooper Gullickson had 14 points tonight. Nick Carafel had 5. Logan Kindy had, it looks like, 6 points. We'll have to double check a couple of those. And Owen Kazel had a bucket tonight for the Somerset Spartans. Somerset, unofficially, we had with 15 turnovers in the ball game. And so Ellsworth will pull that one out. So, thoughts on the game here tonight? Ellsworth with a nice win on senior night. A lot of guys that contributed, and they will be on the road the next about week and a half before they finish off the season. As we said before, folks, as of right now, we do not have any plans to broadcast any more games for We Are Ellsworth with the 2 girls' home games coming up next week, because we won't be available, or I won't be available to broadcast those ones, but hopefully someone else will. But please keep an eye out on the schedule here, because when playoff seedings come for the girls and for the boys, the girls should be coming soon, and the boys probably in another week or so. If either team has a home playoff game, we'll hope to be able to broadcast the game on We Are Ellsworth and bring it to you. So keep an eye out. Facebook, Ellsworth School District, wherever you can find some of those announcements and information would be great. It has been a pleasure to bring you some basketball games here, ladies and gentlemen, and glad you've been staying with us on We Are Ellsworth. We will hope to have at least 1 or 2 playoff games to bring you. But in the meantime, this is Jeff Farndorf tonight here from the Ellsworth High School gym. Final score, Ellsworth 81, Somerset 77. Thanks for being with us. Have a good weekend, everybody. And